All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol WKHS, Workhorse Group Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all my subscribers, welcome back, and I hope that you guys find this video helpful and informative. So let's jump into this chart. So Workhorse Group Inc. has had a bullish run and recovery here, but before that, there was a bearish run. Hit lows here of about $20 and some change. I had stated if that gets broken through, this will see newer lows. But since that point, there has been a recovery. I guess the bulls heard me and they started to go ahead and load up on stocks and break through the 50-day moving average. And we can clearly see that here. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. But back to this chart. It hit highs here of $31 and some change. So that is one of the most important points right now for the bulls. The bulls need to break through 31 and some change so they can start to hit newer highs. That's super important right now for the bulls. And in the short term, their next point that they want to break through is 28.63. So we're going to narrow that down in just a second. But 28.63, if that gets broken through, we could see the bulls hitting newer highs and starting to reach new levels of resistance to then reach the most important and pivotal moment for the bulls to reach new highs and new resistance levels at 31.22 or 31 and some change and higher. So let's go ahead and see here what is important for tomorrow. So 50-day moving average is actually going to fall within this narrow stretch that we're about to look at, and great job for the bulls to rise this up and today not allow the bears to bring this down further below the 50-day moving average. They actually managed to level off slightly sideways but above the 50-day moving average in bullish territory. So super important for the bulls to keep in mind that they need to break through these resistance levels that I'm about to talk about in just a second and stay above the 50-day moving average and move away from it in an upward direction to continue the momentum and have a recovery from this slight leveling off and falling down by the bears. Now 28.63 is still important, but let's move this to its new locations, and we're going to talk about this narrow down, and then we're going to also talk about it a little bit more broad. So this is the lowest point reached from the bears within the day, and then the bulls leveled it off slightly, and then this is the highest point within this leveling off, which creates our first resistance level. But very important is the 50-day moving average. It's actually falling within this narrow stretch. Like I said, the bulls need to break through 28.63 to reach new highs and see new resistance levels, and that's the highest point from this recovery. That's why it's so important that 28.63 does get broken through by the bulls. But before getting there, the bulls need to break through the first resistance level. Well, the first resistance level is 27.48. The bulls are going to want to break through 27.48, turn that into a support, and start to work their way up to newer highs and new resistance levels, starting to work their way up as well to reach the 28.63 point so they can work their way further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. So super important that the bulls break through 27.48, turn that into a support, and move further away from the 50-day moving average in an upward direction. Now the 50-day moving average is 26.54. I'm not quite able to land on it here, 26.55 to 53, but 26.54 is the 50-day moving average. Why is it important? Well, as long as we're above it, the bulls are in full health. The moment it gets crossed, the bears are starting to gain leverage, and if they cross their first support level in bearish territory, the bears could be on their way to gaining control and bringing this down to new support levels. Now, the 50-day moving average is above the support. So the bears are going to want to get into bearish territory, but not only that, they want to break through the first support level to get deeper into bearish territory by pulling this one down. So if the bears manage to break through the support level here, which is the lowest point of this run of the bears, tearing this one down before the bulls reappeared and leveled it off, it is 26.29. That's our support level. If our support level gets broken through, the bears have accomplished two things. They broke through the 50-day moving average, getting into bearish territory, and they broke through the first support level, getting deeper into bearish territory and bringing this one down in the possibility of hitting newer lows and new support levels. If that's accomplished, then the next point of reference is the lowest point here before this bullish run, and we would be looking at about $25.60. But before worrying about that, I'd emphasize, very important, how it is to pay very close attention to 26.29 at this support level and see the behavior of the stock. Is it slightly hanging out around it? Or are the bulls going to use it as support, as they should, to bounce back and get back over the 50-day moving average and back into bullish territory to then accomplish breaking through the resistance level of 27.48? Or are the bears going to tear through it and bring this down to newer lows fairly quickly and managing to gain leverage and then gain control by getting deeper and further away from the 50-day moving average of 26.54 and a downward direction by breaking away from 26.29, our support level, and hitting newer lows and new support levels? So I want to emphasize how important it is to pay close attention to the behavior of this stock and what is going on with the behavior if it breaks through the support. And are the bears gaining control on tearing this one down, or are they kind of hanging sideways? And are the bulls even trying to reappear to bring this one back up? Those are some things to keep in mind. And I want to emphasize that 27.48 needs to be broken through for there to be a recovery and for the bulls to stay in bullish territory before this 50-day moving average starts to catch up to the price, and by default getting them into bearish territory, giving control to the bears. So keep that in mind as well. As always, I hope you found this video helpful and informative, and it means you well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Please do so, but don't just click on the subscribe button. Also click on the bell. By turning on the bell and turning on all notifications, you won't miss a single video that I post, and that way you'll be up to date on every single chart analysis that I go ahead and do. You won't miss a single video. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button and let me know you watched this video. And at the end of this video, there's going to be a pop-up video, and in that video I talk about the S&P 500, but it's not just necessarily about the S&P 500. It's actually about how the Federal Reserve is pumping the market, and while the market was rising, hitting all-time highs, right, and even as it's starting to slip away and it's been slightly falling recently in the last couple of weeks to month, I have been able to find a strategy to make money due to the fact that the Federal Reserve is pumping on scheduled dates, and on those scheduled dates there are ticker symbols within the S&P 500 rising anywhere from 30 cents to $3 and maybe even more. But so far for me, I've seen gains of profit per share 30 cents to $3. You can check it out. Check on the video. It's about to pop up. Don't miss out on the opportunity to click that button. I don't want you guys to miss out on the great information that many people are overlooking or are not even aware of it. And I'm just here to share the great news and enlighten everyone, to help everyone make profits, right? Maximize profits and minimize losses. And that way we can all be well equipped as investors to make our own rational decisions. I'm not there to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. I'm just here to inform you guys on the great news that there is an opportunity to make profits. You have to check out the video. I go into further detail about it. You can see how it works and what's going on. And it's a weekly series. So every week I will equip you guys as investors. If you're a first-time viewer, welcome to my channel. Check out that next video. You won't want to miss out on it. And if you're a subscriber and you haven't had the chance to watch that video, click on it, because I do it weekly and I want to equip you all to be prepared for the next pump and also to maximize profits. I've already said this, but I really want you guys to understand that this is what I'm here for, and I'm here to help everybody do that and minimize your losses. So check it out. If the video hasn't popped up already, it should be popping up soon. And thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.